I wanted to raise a subject that is a little different. Last week, I don't know how many of you had meetings like I did, but I had a visit from the corrections officers from the city of New York. Met with their lobbyist, met with their president, Elias Hussein. Fine gentleman, has a very long, distinguished record as a leader of that organization. And we talked about issues, we talked about dangers in the workplace, we talked about pension issues and things of that nature. And lo and behold, after his visit, I pick up the paper and see on the news, like many of you, that there was a corrections officer in Rikers who was beaten to a pulp. I mean, beaten to a pulp. He was sucker punched and beaten up by 5 members of the Bloods. This picture that I have makes me sick. Here's a 39-year-old Haitian man named Jean Souffrant, who has served with distinction. And unfortunately, he's gaining notoriety, and his name is out there because of a terrific and horrific tragedy. He has a bleed on the brain. He has to wear a neck brace, and he has a broken neck with multiple fractures to go along with it. Here's a guy who was doing his job. Really, even though the inmates are on the inside, he was protecting us for a variety of reasons. So I hearken back to the discussion that I just had with their union. And these folks, men and women, are in harm's way every single day. So when they come up and they talk about disability, and when they come up and talk about their pension, and they come up and talk about workplace environment and safety, we need to listen. Not only do we need to listen, but we need to act. Now, I saw some amendments that came out from the governor, and I think the orientation certainly of our conference is, if I'm going to choose between the bad guys and the good guys, I'm going with the good guys. Inmates should be treated humanely. But when people do something like this, there's got to be very, very serious repercussions. Now, I rise to talk about this because I think it's important. I rise because I want to highlight this issue and underscore the fact that these people put themselves in harm's way every day, and everyone should take this the right way, and thank God that they do. And thank God they're as professional as they are. So I would ask that people, to the extent that you can, keep this fine gentleman in your thoughts and prayers. And every now and then we need a dose of reality and keeping life in perspective. I was getting aggravated this morning because I was not tying my tie properly. Then I thought about this, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like an idiot. It means nothing. This poor gentleman is lying in a bed, immobile, and who knows for how long. So it's unusual for me to do this, but I don't think it's inappropriate. I think people should know things like this, and we should honor all of our men and women who serve in law enforcement, because they make our lives safer, better, and happier. Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you, Senator Flanagan. The